everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Walk. My name's Gareth, and today I'm in the West Yorkshire village of Cullingworth. I'm going to walk a section of the former Great Northern Railway's Queensbury line from the village of Cullingworth all the way up to Wilsden. Now, the reason I've picked this particular section is because smack bang in the middle there's something called Hewenden Viaduct. Now, this is one of the highest viaducts in Britain. It's a beauty. Let's get Google Maps up. This is where we're going to start the walk. This is the site of what was Cullingworth railway station, and as you can see, it's industrial units and housing now, but hopefully there might be the odd clue that it was once a railway station. Then we'll walk up the former track bed, we'll pass over Cullingworth Viaduct, and then eventually we'll get to Hewenden Viaduct. Now, as I said, that is one of the highest in Britain, and it's amazing. And then just beyond that, there's Wilsden railway station, and as you can see, again, it's industrial units, but there are some clues there of what it once was. So straight away, we've got a clue. Now, obviously, over there, it's all industrial units and housing, but there's your bridge. So what I'll do, obviously I can't get on the track bed yet, is I'll walk up this dirt path. I'm going to do my best not to blind you, but it's a very sunny day. And bosh, you're blinded. Down this dirt path, and eventually we can get on the track bed. Now, once we get on the track bed, I'm hoping, I know there's two viaducts, a few bridges and things like that, but hopefully there'll be some clues of the station as well, because as you can see from the drone footage, on first glimpse, it's basically been decimated by redevelopment. So here you go. So new development, as I say, but that is old. So I will try and find, if I can, some photos of the station that maybe includes that, because this whole area was the station site, and that's a pretty distinctive looking place. If I can't find a picture that obviously relates to that, then I'll just cut that whole bit out, so you'd never know I said it. So straight away we're jumping onto Cullingworth Viaduct. Now here we go. This is a clue, isn't it? Now I'm trying to work out what that is. Is it part of a bridge? Is it part of an entranceway? Let's have a look. Hey mate, alright. There you go. See, this path, this is basically, it's called the Great Northern Railway Trail, which is great, and that's what we're going to walk today. So this structure here, I thought it was a bridge for a minute, but if you just look, given the viaducts there, they're coal drops, aren't they? By the look of that. So they're coming up off the road. Awesome. So minimal, but it's something. Now, is there something else? It's quite overgrown and full of stingers, but I'm wondering if that's a new build or whether that's part of the coal drop. I mean, it looks old, doesn't it, with the iron on it? I think that could be part of the coal drop as well. So they're here. It is a blisteringly hot day today. But there is a bit of wind, so I'll apologise for that, especially when we get up on the viaduct. Having said that, I'm quite thankful for it in this heat, to be honest. So here's the viaduct. It's pretty wide. This was a double track line. How high are we? Well, yeah, we're way above people's houses. Now if we come to the other side, it basically dominates the village of Cullingworth. Make sure my arms are long enough, it's quite high. And there you go, there's the village there. So in 1884, the Queensbury Lines were opened by the Great Northern Railway. It basically connected population centres like Halifax and Bradford with another population centre called Keighley. I'm probably going to get in all kinds of trouble for my pronunciations today. But this is a nice touch, look. A sleeper. So there's the viaduct. I'm getting the theme then that they're drawings, but hopefully there might be some photos a bit further down. So we're walking away from Cullingworth now. So when the Great Northern Railway opened the Queensbury Lines, I'm pretty sure the idea was just to connect a few places, maybe for a few passengers, maybe for some industry. But inadvertently, what they did is they basically provided the final piece of an enormous jigsaw puzzle, because this whole area of Yorkshire, of North Derbyshire, North Nottinghamshire, Lincolnshire, they're all connected with various different lines between different industries. But what these lines did is basically went plop right in the middle and connected them all. So as something that was basically primarily built as a passenger line, they became secondary, and it was all about the industry. So speaking of industry, here we go. So there's the viaduct we've just gone over. It's difficult to kind of get your head around it because there's so few houses, but I guess that's how it would have been. Here you go, look, just a scatter of houses, but not many on that viaduct. And let's have another look at it. Okay, so the station would be here then, ladies and gentlemen. Those coal drop things that we thought we saw. And there's the viaduct, and then there's a branch line. I think that might be the branch line then going off into this quarry. So that is basically that, I think. That's what sort of thrown me. It was facing the wrong way. And in fact, it became so industry heavy that they did away with the stations in 1955. They closed it to passengers. So Cullingworth, where we've just been, the housing estate now, that was closed, and Wilsden, where we're going to, that was closed as well. And it was all about the industry, and that remained till about 1963. The main industries being the textile industry. Now if I say textile industry, you think more of like Lancashire, but there is quite a lot in Yorkshire as well. But this acted as a connection from the coalfields of Yorkshire, from the coalfields of Derbyshire and Nottinghamshire, with those textile mills. It was just, like I said, perfect little missing piece of a puzzle. So here we go, we've got ourselves a bridge. I'm going to wait until I'm underneath it to film it properly, because I would literally be blinding you. I'll tell you what I'll do actually, I'll go around the other side. Beautiful stonework though, amazing. So go back in that direction to Cullingworth. But like I say, I'll show you this side, because the other side you'd just be blinded by the sun. Shouldn't complain about the sun, but there we go. I'm English, so I'm only happy when I'm moaning. It's in the DNA, I think. I'm not moaning really. I love the sun, and I love this viaduct. Peak too soon then. I thought we were going directly onto the viaduct, but we've got a little bit more to see first. It's not just the bench, there is a bridge. Great Northern Railway Trail. Because when this line closed in 1963, they lifted the tracks pretty quick. And then I think local councils, Sustrans and others, these sort of organisations got involved to basically open this as a walkway and a cycleway. And so it was opened in the 80s as a bit of a cycleway. And then I think they did some stuff to the viaduct here and the viaduct over in Thornton, just a bit further down this line. So you can get over both of them now. And that's where the line would have gone, look. It's lost its at, that one. Although it looks like a really low one, but I guess it's just sort of farm access. But there you go. More remains, and then we'll get up onto the track bed. And we're on to Hewenden Viaduct. As I said at the start, it's one of the highest in the UK. It's 123 feet at its highest point, so serious. And also because there's quite a lot of subsidence or subsidence in this area. I don't know whether it's natural or from mining. To keep it stable, the foundations actually go 18 metres. So it's 36, 37 metres high. So half of its height, again, is underground. It's just incredible. Now we've got a reservoir over there. I can't see it very well. I'll lift you up. Now, if I was doing this in the winter, one, you wouldn't be blinded, and two, you'd probably be able to see the viaduct now. But because of the overgrowth, it's sort of, you know, hidden. Which is cool in a way, I guess, because then it sort of just comes upon you, doesn't it? And you're on it, and you're like, oh, there you are. So there we go, Hewenden Viaduct. Now let's have a look if there's some old pictures here, because these, yeah, I mean, look at that. I know I'm not supposed to keep saying mate anymore, but mate, look at that. That is incredible. The engineering is, honestly, Victorians, I'm in awe of these guys all the time. Oh, there we go, look at it being constructed. I know it's not a cow, but it looks like one. So what we got, there we go, look, a little shunter coming across. That is amazing. These photos are incredible. I'll try and find them if I can, so I can put them full screen, but they're just amazing. So it wasn't even meant to be built, the viaduct. It was meant to follow the contours of the valley. Well, it wouldn't have been great for the Great Northern Railway to have had to have built this, because it would have cost a fortune. But for me now, on a selfish level, I am more than happy that this was built, because it's truly incredible. We are so lucky in this country to be blessed with the countryside that we got, but also the industry and the remains of that industry. Do you know what I mean? Like viaducts like this. I mean, I know it was built for practical reasons, but now it's just like, it's a beautiful ornament in the countryside. And actually, to be fair, it has got a purpose, because I'd have had to walk all the way down that valley, jumped over a river and walked all the way up the valley. So I'm happy it's here. Now the next stop, when we get off this viaduct, because it is enormous, look at the size of it, when we get off it, is basically Wilsden station. This is another station that closed in 1955. And I'll be honest with you, it probably would have closed anyway, even if the rest of the stations didn't, because it's actually nowhere near Wilsden. I'm talking like a couple of miles away. And actually, like as you can see from the drone footage of it, there's basically a JCB yard, a couple of old station cottages, and some fields. You know, there's not enough people there to sustain a railway station. It's really windy up here, but look at the height of that. Mate, I don't know what, I know you're not supposed to, but I could jump in that. See, I grew up on the Isle of Wight, so there's plenty of sun on the Isle of Wight, it's nice and warm, but you've got a sea breeze, and also, whenever you want, you can basically just go jump in the sea. So when you're as far inland as this, even though temperature's probably not as hot as it is down south, it feels a lot warmer. Although, I walked past some people earlier, and the smell of weed, honestly, I thought I was back on the Isle of Wight. So we're off the viaduct now, and again there's another sleeper. There's a lot of them, it's great, and then they've etched like GNR. I guess it would have meant to have been a GNR. Now look at that embankment. That is a pretty high embankment. Now literally just round this corner, you have to come off the track bed because it's fenced off and it's private, and they've infilled it anyway. You go up and you go over a bridge. Now again, as you can see from the drone footage, there's nothing left of the station, it's all gone, it's all an industrial yard. But it was quite a significant station. It had 2 platforms, it had a good shed and all that sort of stuff, loads of sidings going off, which is extraordinary when you see how remote we are. Unreal, really. So there's your track bed off there. Now it goes for a little bit, it's private, it goes for a little bit and then it's infilled. But we can get up on top of the bridge. Now look at this for a view. You just sit on the bench. Yes, mate. Beautiful. As much as it's amazing to walk over Hewenden Viaduct, like it's beautiful and the views are great, but I'd love to do it on a train. Do you know what I mean? Just once. Absolute bucket list. Time machine. I only want the time machine for a day. That's all I want. It's one day. Do you know what I mean? I'm not being greedy. I'd fly around the Isle of Wight railways so I could see all the places where I grew up as a kid. And I'd fly around Derbyshire, Yorkshire, Nottinghamshire, on all the old railways. Oh mate, that would be like the best day ever. There's a headless horse, look. Oh, it's a cow. Hello mate. I'm so sorry, I thought you were a horse. I apologise. Are you living your best life? Of course you are, mate. So there's the cutting. Not so infilled, I thought that was infilled, but it's not, it's just massively overgrown. And there's your bridge going into the station. Now, here's how it would have looked. Now these houses here, they're the station cottages and they're just there so we can go and have a look at them. But you know, they're someone's gaff, so I'm not going to go dead intrusive. But all this is all gone. But it would literally just be the other side of there. We'll have a look and see what we can see. But so that's the view from the bridge then. Oh mate, so look at the size of it. Got wagons up here as well. Good shed. That's the last passenger train, 1955. Oh, mate, it's mad, isn't it? Like can't open gate. The infrastructure. Literally had a nightmare then with the gate. So this might have been entrance up to the station then, because here's the bridge. Now that, to me, that could be a walkway, couldn't it? Where they've just, put some brick in there. Maybe that was the entrance onto the station. Let's have a butcher's. Oh, it's infilled, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it's infilled. Nightmare. Okay. Mate, some serious stingers. I'm going to brave them. For no reason. But yeah, or maybe you can just make out the bridge there. Mate, that would have been, if you put up that image again, if you put it up, I'll put it up, don't you worry, I'll put it up. That image again of what the station looked like, you just, oh mate, it's mad, isn't it? I don't know why I'm expecting you to edit my railway videos for me. It's the heat, I'm going a bit. And there you go, I won't get too close, but they're the railway cottages, the station cottages that you could see in that other photo. You could see the other side of them, couldn't you? Amazing. So that's me. Thank you so much for watching. Mate, that wind is welcome. Hewenden Viaduct though, how incredible a structure is that? Amazing. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you next time.